Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we will going to learn how to use CodeGen with Playwright. So this is really a very good feature of the Playwright where if someone is having the less experience in the programming language, so that person can also write their beautiful scripts with the help of the CodeGen. Or a person who is facing the difficulties to identify the locators, it is helpful for those people also or those aspirants as well, right? So today we will going to learn how we can use the CodeGen. We will also going to learn that how we can use or launch our browser in multiple web browser, and from there how we can automate it. Also we will going to see that how we can launch our web application on different types of the phone, and how we can change the language as well. For example, if someone wants to write their code in Java language, someone wants to write their code in Python language, so how that can be possible. So we will going to learn all these things by one click only. So stay tuned with me. Let's get start that towards the session. So in our previous session, we already saw that how we can install the Playwright, how we can use the TypeScript, and how we can write our first test in TypeScript. Also, we have learned that how we can perform the assertions and take the screenshot as well. So you can go to my channel and there you can see the playlist, and from there you can see all the previous videos. Trust me guys, this will going to be very helpful for you in your career as well. So let's get started. So I have written here few of the commands which we are going to use here. I will going to share these two with you as well. So here I am going to use the website or web application, that is Source Demo. This is actually very easy for beginners to use, so that you guys can understand it in better way. So first we will going to use that. So I'm going to show you how you can use your CodeGen. So what you have to write now, let me go to the terminal here. So I have to write npx, not here, npx then playwright. Okay, npx then playwright. And why we are writing this, I already spoke about this in previous sessions, so just go there and watch it. You will get all the clarity, basic clarities which automation tester should have. Okay, now we are going to write as CodeGen. See, npx playwright CodeGen. When you are writing this, what you have to do after this, you have to provide certain URL. If you have not provided that URL, what will happen? Let me execute it. So I executed, it launched the browser, but there is nothing in this browser. No URL has been launched here. Why? Because we have not provided that. You are getting my point. So that's why we have to use or we have to provide the URL or endpoint here. So this CodeGen will help you to automate your script. Now let's provide that. So let me do a copy paste here, or I can take it from the website or Chrome browser as well. So let me take this. So my command is npx playwright CodeGen, and then I'm going to paste here like this. So now what will happen, that it will open a browser and it will launch a web application. Okay, now let's see here it launched the browser. Now you can see there is one option that is called your recording option, right? So right now recording is started. Okay, if you want you can stop that, and here in this window you will going to see all your code here. So as the way we are writing, see the way we are writing our code, it is taking like that only. Import test expect from playwright test, and then it's write automatically a test. Okay, in it will pass the arguments the way playwright accept and await page dot go to like that. So it is showing you a very beautiful way where you can use you have launched this, so it is launched into the, it use the page fiction dot go to, and then it's launched this particular URL of a website. Also, if you want, this is for the Playwright test runner, but if you want, you can use in the PyTest also. I mean to say that you can write your code in Python as well. Okay, it's just matter of one click only. So see, you can see that how it is easy actually. And then if you want, you can write in Java. See, it's converted into the Java and just based on one click. So if you want any debug thing, so you can convert this in JSON as well. So it's really, really helpful, trust me, because everything, it just matter of a one click, and just need a basic understanding of the application, how it is actually using it. So let's further start on our session. Like, see here, it will going to capture every action which we are going to perform on the UI side, right? So now let me provide the username here. So what is username? Username is standard user. Okay, this is your username. And what is the password? Your password is secret underscore sauce. And now I'm going to perform the click action. So it allows me to launch the application when I provide the correct password. Okay, correct password and username. It allows me to log in to the web page. So it's log into the web page. Now, if I want to add to cart, I can do that. I added in the cart. I want to check how many things are inside my cart. So I can see that too here. I want to remove, I can remove it. I want to continue the shopping, I can do it. Basically, I can perform the automation action here, and these actions are captured in this window. So see, all these things which I have to write it manually one by one, it's captured everything. It's in a few seconds. So see the use of the code gen, it's really very, very helpful in some of the cases where, some complicated cases, if it is not even allowed to do that, but that's okay. But see, the thing is that how it is working, that's really matters, and everything in one place, one platform. So this is, I really wanted to share with you the use of the code gen. Okay, so now what we have seen so far is like how we can generate the code gen and how we can convert the language. Now this is the code. I'm going to stop it. I stopped it. Now what I have to do is I have to save this. So there is a two-way, right? There is a two-way to save it. One is manual, how I can save it. I just do a copy here and I'll go to my Visual Studio. Here I will create a file that is inside the test. That name I can give it based on like login functionality .spec.ts, and I can do a copy paste here. Or there is another way. It means that it will automatically create a file for you. It will save in that file. So we will going to see that. There is a two ways to do it. One is you can save it manual way. Second is you can save it like automatically. So we will going to see that automatically way, because manual way we already know. So for that, what you have to do, just see this command. So see here, nothing is changed, just added a few things here like npx playwright code gen. We already using this. Okay, after that we have to provide our URL, and then you have to write output. You have to provide the location. Output is equal to test codegen dot spec dot ts. Okay, and then whichever browser you want to launch, you can launch in that browser. That is like the information you can, if you want to use the Chromium or Firefox or WebKit, anything, but you can provide like that. So let me copy here. Okay, CodeGen, instead of CodeGen, I will write login. Okay. It will be more helpful for understand. Let me close this and let me launch Visual Studio and let me paste here. So see here, nothing is changed. It just we have added the location of a file where it is going to save. So I have just used this. Now let me execute it. Okay, same page open. Now we will provide the username standard underscore user, then secret secret underscore sauce, and then we are going to perform the click action. So we have done this. Now whatever the action we are going to perform, we can do that. So see, this is the code is generated here automatically. Now I'm going to one more thing I want to show you before I stop. So here the file is created, login, and everything is captured here, right? Everything is captured here. Whatever we have captured here by using the code gen, same thing is captured in this file. It means that this file is automatically created and everything is captured inside this. So see the beauty of this. Now let me close this. Let me first stop and then close it. So this is the one way you can use it. If you want now to run this particular in any different browser, so that also you can do it. You have to provide the browser name as Chromium, Firefox, Safari. So this is very like common, which I already showcased you in my previous session. So there is no change inside this. Now we will going to see that how we can run in the device. So see, same command we can use it like this. Same command, we can use it and we can say code gen hyphen device iPhone 13 like this. Thus you can use it. So it's launched and it is launched the browser the way it will going to look like into the iPhone 13. And from here you can whatever the instructions or operations you are going to perform, it is going to captured here and it is going to save in the file. So you can provide, I have here provided the file name as login itself. So it will going to add inside the login, but you can change like iPhone 13 file name like that. So operation will be same, but the way you can write, like you can test based on your browsers, you can test based on your phone applications. So this is the real beauty of the code gen, which reduce your lots of stress and work for automation. So I hope this video is really helpful. Next I will going to cover a very interesting topic, and also we will going to see how we can handle the alert, how we can handle the drop downs. Many things are there still, so we're going to see everything, and at the end of this session we will going to design a robust framework which is going to showcase you everything which is using is in real time, so you will have a real time experience as well. So thank you for watching.